For my coffee. Lovely day. It's Tuesday. Sun is shining. There's been a hell of a blizzard in the southern and western Finland. Multiple car crashes with hundreds of cars. Yeah, no snow here this time. Have we never met anyone? How well do we know anyone? We live with people and we work with people and we do things with people. And we think we know them, but time just goes by. Things stand still. You have things to do, so much to perform, so a lot of work orientated world. Where does it get you? Oh, from the cradle to grave. Yeah. What's that kind of life worth? What's the meaning of life? How should I live to experience it meaningful? To experience that I am alive and I'm living. People resist. Most people resist change. Why? Why? Change is quite inevitable. Things change by nature, whatever you do. To stop them. Time goes, yes, and children grow older, and you grow older, and people die, and then it's all over. There was I don't know, it's a long time ago, some TV series or a movie or something. There was an old couple, must have been over 80, both, and they had their morning and their breakfast every morning, as they had for possibly 60 years. And each morning the guy said to the woman something, sneered about something. Little things, meaningless little things. It was just his way to behave. Why? Well, then one day, she just took the long, sharp kitchen knife and stabbed him in the breakfast table. She was really relieved. She was free from one jail to another. I suppose I suppose one could say that the greatest freedom in this world is to choose one's prison. Yeah. I've been in this house for over 20 years. Sometimes I've been away for a day or two, maybe even 2 nights, if some of the boys has been home, but not more. 2 nights, 3 nights. I think I was once away for 3 nights when we were flying in Helsinki. over 20 years. At some point you were surprised when months and weeks turned to years. You were surprised of how quickly time passed. It was 5 years since we moved there. Then it was 5 years when we came here. Then it was 12 years. I hadn't met him in 12 years. And somehow it had seemed that 12 years is a long, long time, but actually it's not. It goes so swiftly. I don't know if it is a bad thing. It depends. It depends what's coming, what you can wait for, if there's anything you can wait for. If there's something you want, do you want? Yes. And loyalties, the people you live with, the ones that you love. The loyalties can be really, really difficult and heavy. I don't know if that's the meaning of life. I don't think so. Somehow I've never believed it, that the meaning of life is to suffer. No. It seems to be now, as possibly often before, so that it's our duty to bear the burdens, the horrible burdens this life lays on our shoulders. But somehow there are people and people. Others bear burdens, and others just don't care. Out of eyes, out of mind, one might say. Just don't care. Maybe I should change my ways and be like that. A bit more narcissistic, yes. Yes. People see this world in different ways. It used to be quite incomprehensible to me that some people could not think logically, and to me they were kind of a mess of beliefs and social rules and principles and social obligations, you might say. This whole social behavior and all that kind of things, they've always been a bit hazy for me. I don't understand them. I have been loyal and loving to my boys, to my kids. I don't think I have been a great mother. I've never baked once. I wasn't warm, and I've never much cooked or anything. I was rather a companion, adventurer. We had a boat and we made trips to the lakes, and I allowed them to do things that no ordinary mother would have. But I just wanted them to experience the childhood like a great adventure. Something gorgeous and exciting and full of smells and things to do and secrets and all that. And they did things they didn't know. I knew, but it was okay. And that's how it was meant to be. They had the freedom to do things. And I was just a safekeeper who kept things going. Not the food and, you know. Yes. I'm very child still myself, you know. Yeah. Funny. Yes. Some people live in a world of other people, in a social world, and some people live in a world of physics or mathematics, and some people have a languages and words and possibly things like that, or music. Of course, it's not so mixed breed. Yeah. Mixed breed is healthier than pure breed, pure lines. Yeah. Yes, I'm a mess. I've never been lost. I can always see clearly the big spaces, the large entities. Be it streets of a city or a forest or whatever. That's funny. Maybe the thing that I don't socialize, I don't so care about people is due to my childhood. We moved every 2 or 3 years. We moved a new town, a new place, new neighbors, new surroundings. Always change. The first 4 years in school, from 7 to 10, I was in the same school, and then change and a change and a change and a change. Yeah. You just couldn't afford to get attached to other people. And somehow I did envy those who had their whole families. They had their grandparents. Mine were dead pretty early. Grandparents and long-time friends and stable. But there's nothing you can do about it. You live your life. Maybe, and that was one of those reasons that when I bought this house, and it was the 25th time I moved. When I moved to this house, and I remember thinking that I'm never going to move again. I'm going to stay here. And now I have been here for 20 years. Yes. No, it doesn't really change anything running around. You can stay and maybe life is a bit different, so, but the grass is not, I don't think the grass is greener on the other side of the fence or somewhere further away. Yes, sometimes I miss cities because I have always liked to visit for a few days or even one day. It's nice to drive somewhere and have a day off from this house. A day off. But now, as I for some reason don't seem to make any money, so I can't afford going, I can't afford staying. Yeah. People also express themselves differently. And often in some sort of relation to the way they see this world. Personal appearance, clothes, their materials and colors and your hair and possibly makeup, spectacles. It's one way to express yourself. And then there are the manners. Some are very noisy and friendly, and so some are quiet, and your appearance tells things to someone who is able to see things. Then there are the people whose appearance does not tell anything. There are the people who are wearing some sort of uniforms, be they then military or McDonald's or whatever, some uniforms. Uniform clothing, yeah. I think I was really horrified of the idea when I was young that I should be wearing a uniform of any kind. Couldn't just imagine it, no. Clothes were very important to my identity. And there's still this feeling about hats. I don't want to wear a hat. It's very distinct, and I'm very stubborn about it. I don't. Of course, in the winter when it's cold, it's inevitable. You wear a hat, but not for decoration. I don't want anything. I want to feel the wind in my hair. It's a kind of a chain. If I wear a hat. Yeah. There are also some moments I remember very clearly. Very clearly when I had some distinct clothes. I've had a camera since I was 6. My father used to take photographs, and he also developed them films and made the blow-ups, black and white, yeah. And I had my first camera when I was 6, and I've always been taking pictures. But I took pictures of sometimes of other children, yes, but mostly of nature and dogs, for example, something like that. My brother, my father sometimes, yes, and my grandparents, yes. But maybe that's been part of the way I see things and the way I remember them. But I distinctively remember one, it must have been the end of May or in the beginning of June,